I'm ready. Let's see where we are. Why? Well, you strategically said I don't want to be next to Noah. He's loud. And you're as far away from Noah. You're as far away from Noah as you can possibly be. I don't see me on here. Do you, Van? I don't see me. And I don't feel comfortable until I can see myself. Do you, Van? Or Josh? You got me? Why is it taking so long to pop up on mine? I need to know. I'm uncertain. I'm very uncertain. Do you think this is my computer's fault?
It's my fault. I should have convinced you to buy better Wi-Fi. It's my fault. Sorry.
See, Drew is sharing my post, and I'm not even up yet. This is so frustrating. But this has been par for my week. This has been par for me week, friend. It's been such. Oh, I don't even know how to describe. I don't even know how to describe this. People keep sharing it. I think people are going to get fed up. Should I just do the show even though I can't see it, Van? Well, if I can't see it, how can I fucking answer questions?
I'll tell you.
Okay, tell me if somebody asks a question. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. I'm probably in a bad mood this morning. I apologize. It's been because it's because I just haven't had the best week. And you haven't had a good week either. And you haven't had a good week. But somehow, someway, you seem to be like the old... What was the guy in the Wizard of Oz that didn't have the brain?
Tin Head.
The who?
Tin Man.
The tin... Who'd you call it? Tin who?
Tin Head.
Tin Head. Josh is the Tin Man. It's like, dude, somebody just cut your arm off. Oh, did really? Really? I didn't know. Wow, they did, didn't they? Like, no matter what happens to Josh, it doesn't faze him. But, man, if something goes wrong on me, I'm like having a nuclear meltdown. The world's coming to an end. That's something I was talking to Ronnie about this morning. I've got to fix that. But I don't understand why we have a problem with this, Van. Do you? What do you think the problem is? I know you don't know, but if you had to guess, if you just had to throw something out there where you could guess, what do you think? Do you think it's the camera or do you think it's something else? Now we know. Now we do have an idea. See, we're problem solving. So it's definitely not the camera.
Facebook.
Do you think it's Facebook? Okay, so now I can know who to...
It's Mark Zuckerberg.
It's old Marky Mark's fault. I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. Then I'll get into the show, even though I can't see the show, and I don't know if anybody else can see me or not. But this morning, I went to work out. Since I'm not going to be here on Saturday, I said, well, instead of not running on Saturday because I'm going to be on a plane, won't be able to run on Saturday. We're going to Florida. I better go ahead and just get my run in on Thursday because on Thursdays, sometimes I just take off, rest, sleep in a little bit. So none of my breakfast guys meet on Thursday. Thursdays I'm on my own for breakfast, and I look forward to going to this one place to get my breakfast on Thursdays. I go in there today, and this particular place, it's a place where I go get protein shakes. Okay? And sometimes I go in and I have a delightful experience. Sometimes I go in there and I have an experience like I'm having right now. I'm in a flashback. You know why? Because this is the way I felt this morning when I specifically told them how I wanted my shake to be made. I want it thin. I don't want it thick. I want it to be very, very thin. And when I got my shake, guess what it was? It was like trying to suck a Frosty through a straw. Do you know what a Frosty is? Do you know what a Frosty is? That's what it was. That's what it was like. It was that thick. So as I was trying to get a drink out of it, as I walked out the door, guess what I did? I just threw it in the trash and kept walking. I slammed it in the trash. I don't know if anybody saw it, but I've been off ever since. So today's show topic. Was Zena working there one time I did it, or she was?
I think so.
Didn't even know who it was. Where your attention goes, success flows. We could change the story. We could change the title. Because whatever your attention is, whatever you're putting attention on, you will get a result that's very similar. Where attention goes, success flows. What if it's negative attention? You will probably get the opposite of success. What is this? Where negative attention goes, failure flows. This week, this is, without question, the worst week I've ever been a part of. This is without question by far the worst week I've ever been exposed to. It's unbelievable how cursed I feel like it is. But I wonder if we continue to get, like Noah Walks, hey, we lost another one. Another one bites the dust. That's the song we got to sing today. We got to turn our energy around. But let's try to get off my negativity, because I can bring a whole black cloud into this office. You know, it could be sunny everywhere except in here. And it's just dark clouds rumbling through here. You hear thunder. We need thunder rumbling around here. Oh, dark cloud. That was my nickname at one time. So when I say where attention goes, success flows, here's how this helped me. Whenever Van came along and we started looking at, we started tracking numbers. We started looking at net profit. We started looking at, and if anybody's talking, is anybody even on there? Mm-hmm. Really?
Everybody's just saying good morning. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't see anything. But whenever we started tracking this, we were tracking the good, the bad, and the ugly. We were tracking what we were making. We were tracking what we were spending. And during that particular time, it was a rough year for me to get through, because I didn't want to confront and look at this data and see what it really was. I was hoping that the data I would see would be better. Does that make sense? And whenever we were looking at these net profits, they were coming along. I'm like, man, this sucks. This is terrible. I can't believe. I mean, it was a lot of protest by me, if that makes sense. I was very unhappy with what the results were. And hey, I found it. Thank goodness. And during the course of the year, that data really didn't get any better. It didn't get any better. But the next year, it started to get better, because I could see things. I could have a target. Like, having a target is so powerful. Having the ability to know exactly where you're going makes room for you to improve. How many times have you done something, and the next time you do it, you get a little bit better at it? And then the next time you do it, you get a little bit better at it. Then the next time, it continues to get better. Like, if you were going to, like, whenever you were running the 5K, were you getting better and better and better? Well, for us and what we were going through, it just seemed like it took forever for it to improve. And I feel like I'm in more control. I feel like I know. Now I feel like I make better decisions. If I didn't know this stuff, I don't think we would continue to improve. Last year, because of what we did, when did we really start tracking? Are we in our third year, Van? Yeah. We're in our third year. So the first year it was bad. The second year it got a little bit better. But this year it's continuing to improve. Do you think this just happened by chance, or do you think this happened because I started measuring things? That's right. You can't improve something you can't see. You can't improve things that you can't measure. So whenever I started looking, I didn't even know what I was spending a month. I didn't even know these things. And I told you guys, you really need to track things. Remember, I told you guys, you need to track what?
Everything.
No, I told you specific. Everything my brain.
Things that are important. Your money, your time, your relationship.
You need to track your money. You need to track your leads. You need to track your calls. You need to track all these things, because you'll get better at it. And I don't know. I don't think it's luck. I don't think it's just by chance that my life has started to improve, because I started putting attention. So Andre, I don't know if Andre's on here or not. Andre has made a lot of money for a kid his age, and he has bought a house, he has sold a house, and he has stored up some money. So he still thinks he's out of order on what he's thinking about investing, when he should be thinking about, how do I raise my income? So he'll always ask, what should we invest in? What should we invest in? Obviously, what I'm telling him is not clear. So I told him yesterday, you need to watch this Cardone segment about money. And he talks about the seniority ranking of how you should do things, beginning with raising your money, finding ways to lower your taxes, then worrying about spending and debt reduction, and last, investing. And he codifies this. So I can tell you, if you're paying attention and you're doing these things, it will improve. If you're doing Cardone every single day, your sales skills will improve if you're paying attention. Can you not do both? Yeah, but you're gonna. What I told you about yesterday, Drew, is you're eventually gonna run out of money. to borrow, because the banks, they're going to regulate how much you can get. So now you've got two houses and you go back to the bank and they're going to say, well, hey, to get number 3, you're going to have to get your money higher. The more you own, the more you control, you're going to have to keep finding ways to get your income up. If you stop doing that, you're just going to kind of plateau, unless you can find ways to go out and get money from other people, which is going to cost you a lot more than likely. But you can't do both, because your brain can't do two things at one time. I know this may sound like voodoo, but your brain does the best when it's focused on one specific thing. The last 5 years of my life, I have only focused on one thing. And you should only focus on one thing. The investing thing, you shouldn't even have to. The investments come as a result of the focus that you have on making money. The deals just kind of pop up and you've got the money stacked, so you can say, all right, I'll do that. But if you're looking for both, one thing's going to suffer. Can you have, well, some places you can have 2 wives. I doubt Samantha would let Drew have 2 wives right now. But your brain you can only focus on one thing. Because, hey, Mr. John Hart, laser focus. That's exactly right. So over the last 4 years, well, actually, we can go back a little bit further than that. We looked at some old data that somehow Van, the pack rat in there, had from 2018. And our expenses back then, here's the way the brain works. Back then, my expenses for the year, I think, were $200,000. What would you say? What would be the question?
How much money?
No. How'd you get? Did you see Brad Lee's thing, $41 million?
Yeah.
Did you see that today? How'd you get them so low? $200,000 were my yearly expenses in 2018, and back then that was like, I thought I was going to go broke. Okay. Today, those expenses are at least they're around 3 times that much. So if I'm focusing on investing, I wouldn't be able to focus on raising expenses at the same time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if I'm focused on investing, I'm focused on saving money. Good morning, Brother Woodall. Thank you for getting on here. If I'm focused on investing, I'm going to try to save as much money as I possibly can. You need debt. You need liabilities to be able to make money. I got to spend $16,000, $17,000 a month on Zillow to be able to make money. I spend $4,000. We're $20,000 a month to generate business now. What would it look like if I wasn't spending $20,000 a month?
Not as many leads.
There wouldn't be near as many leads. There wouldn't be near as many opportunities.
As many sales.
There wouldn't be near as many sales. So if I'm focused on saving money to invest, the way we do it now, Tony Woodall and Austin Kepley, they got a different way that they do this. They know how to creatively put things together, but that's what they focus on. That's their thing. They're not doing two things. So if you want to be an investor, you better do what Tony and Austin are doing. We're in sales. And in our mind, it kind of has this breakdown and it's confused. It's in mystery. It doesn't really know exactly what to do. Should I focus on raising my money or should I focus on an investment? I'm laser focused on exactly what I want. We're at $20,000 a month of expenses to generate leads and opportunities for sales. That number's got to go to 100,000. I've just got to make wiser decisions. In the past, when I wasn't tracking anything, I didn't know what we were spending really. Didn't know. Wasn't paying attention. Deep down didn't want to know. I only looked at what we were making, or I thought what we were making. You're never probably making as much money as you think you are, by the way. You're never making as much as you can. But if you get really, really focused on your one thing should be big enough that it takes care of everything. If you're making enough money, investing will be simple. If you're focused on your sales, you're going to make money. This was something that I really struggled. I wasn't dialed in on anything. Lisa, hey, thank you for saying that. Good to meet you the other day, by the way. So where is your focus right now? And if you don't know, what does that tell you? If you don't know what you're focused on right now, I can almost tell you what your results will look like. Where are you focused right now?
Making money.
Are you?
Yes, 100%.
Hello, you're late.
No.
Where were you?
To drop my son off at school.
Which schools they go to?
Oakland.
Oh, that's right. Does he play football?
No,
Why not?
because he's lazy.
Let's put him on the field. Let's put him out there today. So to wrap up this show, and we've kind of been discombobulated around here. I'm in pieces right now. I'm not in focus. I'm not dialed in. And look, I feel like the ship's very shaky because the old captain up here, I'm not focused on where we're going. I'm looking all over the place, and I'm hitting stuff in front of us. 12 deals down the drain. How are we going to get them back? Can we get them back?
We can get them back.
See, that's where I struggle. Whenever things go to hell, I get this panic give up mode. But I've got to get laser focused. Oh, man, we can get them back. We're going to get focused. We're going to get this back. Everybody shut us down, Van Grafton. Have a great day.